Hey creative friends, I'm Robin Randolph and I want to welcome you to Art for Healing and Joy. Stay tuned to the end of the video if you don't already have this free instant download guide that I've made for you to go along with this video. And in today's video, I'm going to show you a step-by-step process on how to level up your color palette using photography and Canva. Right now, I'm in love with all colors that commingle, contrast, or combine with rust. Recently, I went on a rust photography adventure looking for all things crusty and rusty, and I found the mother lode. It was like landing in rust heaven when I discovered an amazing, unique antique store with a parking lot full of old, weather-beaten, beautiful, ancient, rusty things. I was like a kid in a candy store capturing photographs on my iPhone of all the colors and combinations that inspire me. In a minute, we're going to pop onto my screen so I can take you over to Canva and show you step by step how I took my favorite photographs with the colors I just really love and created that into a color palette using Canva. So if you don't already have a free Canva account, your first step is to go to canva.com and create an account. Inside your download guide on page number 4, under step number 1, you'll see a link where you can join me inside the template. Once you click on that link, you will see this next, and you'll just click on that purple bar at the bottom to enter into the template. This is the photo that I have chosen to use as an example, and this is the color palette I created on Canva, extracting the colors I really love from that photograph. And now we're going to jump over to my screen so I can show you inside of Canva how I did that. Here we are inside the color palette template, and I've added 4 of my favorite photos with colors I just really love for you to pick to work with. For this example, I'm going to pick this one. If, for example, you wanted to use this one, you just hit this down arrow and it will move it down. And you want to move it down until it's right next to this template right here. But in this case, we're going to work with this one, so I'm going to move it back up, and we're going to work with this one. Now, if you want to use one of your own photos, first you'd click on this box, and then you would hit the plus button so that you could add a new blank page. So anytime you hit this plus button, you're adding a new page. And so click on the page you want to work inside of to highlight it, and then go here to uploads, and then here upload a file. And let's say I'm just going to pick this image, then I would choose that image and it will load it in right here. And then once it's done loading, that round circle will fill all the way full. And then you can just click on whatever photo you want to add in your photo files here, and you can add them. And if you want to have it fill the whole box, you just come to the circle on the side and hold your finger down on your mouse pad and stretch it out to the corner. You can stretch this way, or you can make things go smaller this way, or you can also make things go wider by clicking on the sides like this. So that's how you do that. If you want to get rid of it, you can just hit the trash can. We'll hit the trash can twice so we can go back to this right now. Okay, and what you'll see right here is I've put in a template with 5 different boxes inside the big box so that you can choose 5 different colors. And I also made a copy of it by clicking right here, and that duplicated it before I actually added this color. And so I began to create my palette by looking on this photo to the colors I really like. And the first color I want to work with is a cross between this darker turquoise and a lighter version of it. And so what I did was I clicked here into the color finder and I found this color in some of the recent colors I've already used over here on the side. Now, if you're new to using Canva, you might not have colors over on the side. What you would do is just click the color finder and then use this lower circle by clicking and holding down on it on your mouse pad, and then drag it into the blue section. And then once you're in the blue section, let go of that. And then you can use this circle right here to move within this color to find the color that you want to match as closely to what you're seeing or what you like from your photograph. And notice when I hold down and I on my mouse pad and move this circle around, notice what happens to the color when I move. It shifts. Oh, whoops, sorry. I gotta click on it. So in order to change any of the colors in these different boxes here, you need to click on the box you want to work on, and that will highlight that box. And so, for example, if I just tapped on this color, it will pop right into that box because I've highlighted it. But let's go back to this color. And now that I'm working in this color, I'm going to click further into that color, and I can find the number, the hex number. It's called a hex number, and you can copy and paste this into like a file or a notepad or whatever. If you ever want to make a note of a color that you really like, and you can make notes about what color it is and what the number is. And you can then take this number and use it in any of your other things that you want to coordinate with it. So like if you're doing anything else on your computer, say you're I don't know, making a photo copy of something and you want to use the same color for your lettering, you can type this hex code into where you choose what color you're going to use for your fonts, say, and you can have it match. So anyway, now that I'm in here in this blue area, I can move this circle around, and you see how it's changing in the highlighted section in the template. So if I go to the left, you see that the blue gets into a blue gray, and it can go all the way into a dark gray, almost black. And if I come back here, it's lightening up. And so this is how I can start to play with the color until I can find or dial in the color that I want it to be. So I actually kind of like it right around here. That's where I'm going to leave it. Okay, and now I'm going to jump down and click on the next box below it and highlight it. And I'm going to now go and choose something that is sort of like a light plummy purple. And I don't really have that color down in here. I have it up here because I've already done this before, but I'm going to show you if I didn't have it. So if all I had was, say, a purple, I'll click on the purple, and then I'll go over into the color wheel, and I'll just start to work with that color by holding down on my mouse pad and moving around like I did just before until I find the shade that I really like. And I like it kind of on the light purpley gray side. I'm going to go all the way up to about there and keep it really light. Okay, and on the next one, I'm going to try to find a nice rust color. And so here is a rust color, but I want it to be more of that darker kind of ruby reddish rust. But I will start with this one, and then I'll go in here and see what else I can find. And in this case, I want it to be a little more on the red side. So I'll come down to this bar down below, and I'm going to shift it a little bit toward the red side like that. And see how it changed it up. And if I want to go even darker, I can come up to here and move it. And that's just where I want it, actually, something like that. And then I can continue on with 2 more colors in these sections here, just like I showed you. And so eventually I will want to have something in the kind of yellow gold kind of tone, maybe something more like this. Maybe I want it a little more orangey. But so I want to just show you that, let's say I'm not sure about this color. Maybe I want to go more orange. What I can do is I can copy it and work on it down here and still keep the one I just had, so I can go back and forth and compare the two. So like right now, I might want to go more into the orange realm. So I'm going to move this round circle closer toward orange, and then I can work it again up here, and let's say that's more what I want. I'll compare it right there, and I'll go right here, and I can see I already like this one better. And I think what I want to do here is get even a lighter version of orange. So I'll go here, and then I'll work it much lighter here. And then I'll go look at it here. And maybe I decide, no, I want it to be more I see a little bit of pink in here. So maybe I want it to be more on the pink end of things. And do I want to go deeper or lighter? Or maybe even really light. And then I keep scrolling back and forth, and I decide, no, I want it a little pinker. And see, I can just keep going back and forth like that. And I can keep copying it and keep refining it. And I can make several different combinations from the ones I've already made. So I hope that this makes things really easy for you. And now I'm going to show you how you can download your free instant copy of How to Create Beautiful Color Palettes. And what you're going to do is you're going to go to my website, which is robinrandolph.com. And then just here at the top, you're going to scroll down, and you can just subscribe right here and hit the subscribe button, and just give it a little moment to download. It just takes about a minute or so, and that's how you do it. And you can also get a download copy if you want of my favorite supplies for art for healing and joy. That's optional, another thing you can download here as well. But anyway, that's how you do it. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to share that down below. Of course, I love it when you leave comments and when you like and share and subscribe. I really appreciate it so much. It just helps this channel to grow and helps other people to find the channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.